Hello, Carlo. Thank you for the interview now, for your time. Um, Please tell us who you are and your name.
I'm Carlo van Dam, 26 years old, from Holland, Rotterdam, and I'm a racing driver.
Okay. Besides racing driver, you're just you are a professional racing driver, or did you?
I'm a professional racing driver in Japan. I live in Japan actually. I race there for Honda in the Japanese Super GT. But I also do some other endurance races such as the Nürburgring 24 hours for STI Subaru.
Okay, great. And how did you come into the motorsports business, or how did you end up there?
Well, my father was always a fan. He always visited many races. And when I was 8 years old, we once went to a go-kart track, and I did my first.
Zandvoort?
No, in Holland on a small go-kart track.
Uh-huh.
And I did my first laps, and after that I fell in love with the sport.
Uh-huh. Great. And is there like one particular experience with the most emotions, or the best experience you had so far in your career?
Well, I had a few highlights. I think certainly one of them is winning European Championship go-kart, which is on a very high level where all the best go-kart, potential Formula 1 drivers compete against each other. And that was a highlight, but then another highlight was winning the German Formula 3 Championship, and the year after to win consecutive Japanese Formula 3 Championship. So at the moment it's looking good, and I still aim for more, so it's good. Yeah.
Great. And do you have a dream, like what you would like to do most, or like?
Well, I have a goal. First of all, my goal is to win the Japanese Super GT for Honda, and later on to race in Le Mans and win Le Mans. That's the goal.
Great. The next question is like here at the Nürburgring first anniversary. There are 3 different categories, and there are a lot of beginners and pros and mixed. So, did you had like any like very serious situations so far, or was it alright?
It was okay, but there was actually not with another driver, but there was a safety car just crossing the track once, and I came there. I arrived at about 230 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
So that was quite.
So was it the fault of a security car?
Yeah, the security car just crossed the track in the blind corner, which was it cost us our race.
Maybe he didn't know that there happened a race.
Yeah, it's. I was surprised to see that. Yeah. But then again, Nürburgring is a mix of professionals and hobby drivers. This is also what makes the race such a great race.
Yeah.
So as a professional driver, you have to understand that a gentleman driver not always go for the logical option. So you have to anticipate. But yeah, sometimes you get a bit of tricky situation. You have to take a curbstone, or. But it makes it very exciting.
But do you know there were some accidents? Is it more like the pros have the accidents, or the beginners have the accidents, or is it by chance? So
well, it's a combination. You see a lot of GT3 cars are crashing because the field is very competitive. So all the drivers need to push. It's an endurance race, but in a way it's also a sprint race, because as a driver you just have to go 9 laps, and you want to do as good as possible. So you need to choose between taking some risk in order to be quicker, or sometimes to be more conservative.
Sure.
I think also some professional drivers sometimes get it wrong. So, and then the hobby drivers are sometimes quite dangerous, but we know that, and we can't blame them.
Yeah.
As a professional driver, you have to anticipate, and it's not always easy, but accidents happen.
Yeah, right. So my last question is, do you do something social for the community? Like, do you donate money, or did you do something in the past? So what is your?
Well, in general, not on a regular basis, but time to time I get invited to do go-kart races for a good cause, and I participate in that.
Yeah. Okay. Great. And then you donate the money for charity projects, or
normally all the drivers, they put some money in,
Yeah.
and it's different causes. Actually, one cause was people who were disabled. But the other one is, victims for the tsunami in Japan, which I'm very close to because, I live in Japan, so it's like you try to do something.
Do you have lenses, or is it your natural eye color?
Natural.
All right, then thank you for the interview.
Okay.
And the camera?